Liftoff, the final liftoff of Atlantis. Shoulders of the space shuttle. America will continue the dream.
You can see on your screen Bob and Doug are getting very, very close to pad 39A. In addition to these launch pad upgrades, SpaceX also made changes to both Falcon 9 and Dragon to enable flying crew. A key update to this latest version of Dragon is its highly reliable launch escape system that is capable of carrying crew to safety at any point during ascent of the rocket.
I'm sorry, I'm just waiting for that pullback moment on the camera where we're going to see their cars roll right out to the pad. Another key upgrade, though, for everything today is Dragon's new life support system. As you can imagine, there we go, crew arriving at the pad. As you can imagine, flying humans requires keeping a habitable environment inside Dragon throughout the entire flight. And so that's everything like providing breathing air, keeping the capsule at a safe pressure, keeping it free of contaminants, removing carbon dioxide, regulating temperature and humidity, and implementing a waste collection system, aka the toilet.
The changes to Falcon 9 were small, but extremely meaningful to meet NASA's requirements for safety for human spaceflight. And specifically, SpaceX had to prove a high degree of fault tolerance, meaning that small failures in the system would not lead to mission failure. Falcon 9 was already able to handle engine failure, but new emphasis was put on making sure that a failure throughout any phase of launch would not mean mission failure. And that's a really cool view on your screen with Bob and Doug getting out of their Teslas. That is amazing. And this goes down all the way to latches, control valves, electronics, and wiring, and so much more to keep them safe.
All right, well, with the astronauts now on location at pad 39A, Marie, Lauren, Leland, take us through the crew making their final steps towards that Dragon spacecraft.
All right, thanks, Dan. That was really cool to see. We can see the Teslas on the screen there. They're going to stop for Bob and Doug to take a little nature break before they make their way up to the pad. And we're expecting it should be about T-minus 2 hours and 55 minutes, so just under 3 minutes from now, we should hear a formal announcement on the loops that the crew is on the pad. So we'll quiet down to listen for that when we get a little closer. But Lauren, you didn't get a chance to mention while they were driving out there, they have a very cool playlist they have on the way out, right?
Yeah, I remember Bob tweeting, what should I listen to on the way out? So here's what they chose. The first is AC/DC's Back in Black. I think he actually tweeted that one, or someone recommended it, which is super cool. And the reason being, they are back. Then they also listened to the elevator music from the Blues Brothers film, that song Girl from Ipanema. And I believe so, yeah. He's got another career, that in meatball welding. But sort of symbolizing the fact that they're waiting. And the third song was the Star Spangled Banner, the Army French horns version, for very obvious reasons.
That set the mood, set the tone, right, Leland? You know all about that.
Meatball.
And So we're looking now at the Crew Dragon capsule on top of the Falcon 9 rocket, the impressive crew access arm. That's that black and white kind of hallway you see there. That's how the crew make their way over to Crew Dragon to climb inside. And that Falcon 9 rocket stands about 230 feet tall. The Crew Dragon trunk, from the bottom of the trunk to the top of the nose cone, that's another 27 feet on top of that. So here in just a couple of minutes, Bob and Doug are going to be making their way up in an elevator. They don't have to climb the whole way. It's just about 10 feet of stairs at the last leg of that trip. And lots of people are weighing in on social media. This person says it's happening, and I can't read the rest of it right now, but lots of people really getting pumped using the hashtag #LaunchAmerica online. Somebody says they're watching live now and wishing us a fantastic launch. We certainly hope so. Last we heard was a 50-50 chance with the weather, so it's going to be exciting. And it looks like, I'm not sure if that one is Bob or Doug in this one here. Can't tell from this view, but it looks like one of them is getting ready to get out of the Tesla in just a minute.
Lauren, our suits from the pumping suits had different colors for what mission position you had. Do these suits have colors to designate the two astronauts, do you know?
Not that I'm aware of, but their names are on the suits.
Maybe that. We'll have names too.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're trying to find out what suit that you have, I guess it's only two of them. It could be up to 7 astronauts.
Dragon is capable of carrying 7, but for NASA missions, it's 4.
There go those doors. I'm going to call them the DeLorean doors.
Yes.
I call them that.
Sure, I think that's totally fair game. Acknowledge the inspiration.
Yeah, for sure. Again, we're looking at the base level there. And Leland, I know we talked about this. You were out here last week and we were talking about how the pad looks so different from the shuttle days. Can you talk about what you remember and kind of how it's different now?
Yeah, I mean, the form and the function. I mean, this black pad with the white ticking and, it's a really beautiful. You think about STEM education, that this is totally STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And I think, SpaceX has done an incredible job of making things look really beautiful and functional and everything just fits perfectly. And I think, when we were having our launch pad, there were hoses and things hanging off, but this is a very sleek and elegant and kind of futuristic look at the next era of space travel. And, I just love seeing these Teslas versus the Astrovan. Are they doing selfies?
It's like they're trying to strain to see the top of the Crew Dragon, just taking in the sight. It's pretty high. And I don't know if you caught this one. We can see it briefly on the shot, but the license plate says ISS BND, ISS bound. You
Nice.
follow? Yeah. And hopefully they will be today. We just need the weather to say. I mean, it looks pretty nice right now, right? But I mean, obviously, it's not just what the weather conditions are here. They've got to think about downrange in case of an abort. Make sure it's okay for recovery if we get into a situation like that, which is unlikely.
So this elevator is going to take them up to level 255. It's not 255 floors, but that's 255 feet. And from there, they'll take, once they get up there, and this elevator is pretty zippy, so they'll get up there pretty quickly, they'll get out, and they'll walk up another flight of stairs to level 265, and that's where they will greet the crew.
And I don't know, well, obviously Leland's been in the elevator. Lauren, I'm pretty sure you've been out there too, but the first time I rode in the elevator, I was like, whoa, we're really moving in this.
Some cheese.
A little bit of a jolt when it first goes.
Yeah, you get used to it. And then the jolt is a little bit more extreme when you get in the rocket and take off. So.
It's just a little primer. It's a primer.
The doors are opening. They come.
It's a beautiful view up there too of all the surroundings of Florida and this national wildlife retreat that we have here. Getting ready for the business at hand of getting the rocket and heading to the cosmos.
And those are the stairs Lauren mentioned. They're at it's the 255-foot level right now. I think I said that right. And now they're headed up the stairs to the 265-foot level. That's the level that will take them to where the crew access arm is in the white room.
That's the view right there that you're looking at. And Lauren, what are those chevrons, those white chevrons on the floor? What do they lead to?
Those are basically highlighting the exit path. So in the event that that anyone up there needed to get away ASAP, they follow those arrows to where escape baskets await them. There's 7 baskets, and they'll hop in there, and it's kind of like a zip line. They'll slide all the way down from that big service structure down to the ground, safe and away from the rocket.
And at the top right of your screen where you see them, there's actually a phone right up there next to the worm. There's the worm again, Leland. But there's a phone. It really pops up there.
Yeah, it's like it belongs there or something.
It's funny, isn't it? Leland, tell us about the phone. What's the significance of the phone up there?
Yeah, I mean, you can call family members that you maybe weren't able to come to the launch. In this case, there are quite a few of them. But, it's a last minute to say goodbye and say that you're going to talk to them in space.
Absolutely. And again, they're just kind of taking in the sights before they go into the white room, and the PAD team is there. You can see them. They're in black with the white numbers on their back. They're all members of the PAD team. Are going to be helping them when they get into ingress. Actually, we're at T minus 2 hours and 50 minutes right now. At about T minus 2 hours and 35 minutes, so just under 15 minutes from now is when the astronauts will ingress. That's the term we use for climbing into Dragon. And of course, they will have the assistance of the suit techs and get buckled in. And so we want to head over to Hawthorne now for a preview of what's in store for not just Bob and Doug, but future space travelers.
Shortly after we begin to regularly fly NASA astronauts to and from the space station, SpaceX will also begin flying private passengers to station and beyond using Dragon.
That's right. NASA is going to be enabling up to 2 private astronaut missions to visit the space station each year. This is part of our support for the broader economy in low Earth orbit. Just one of the many ways NASA is opening access for companies to manufacture products in microgravity, produce commercial modules in space, and to enable more people to be able to explore the stars firsthand.
And the more people out there exploring the stars, the closer we get to becoming a multi-planetary species. Earlier, we showed you a first-hand look at where you would train if you were to fly with us on board Dragon, but now, let's take a peek inside the spacecraft itself.
When we wanted to take Dragon and make it human-rated, I think we took a different approach to spaceship design than has previously been done, because we wanted this to feel like a 21st century spaceship. We wanted it to inspire another generation of astronauts. Really, everything, when you look at Dragon, was driven by function. We took into account everything from the placement of all the cargo supplies to the light rail on the top, doubled as a handhold. Probably one of the biggest features of Dragon are the touchscreens on the inside. We designed them not just to be very functional, but with a user experience in mind. It's very intuitive to know what we need to do at any given moment in time. When I think about comfort for the astronauts, it's really every aspect of how you can interact with the spaceship that comes to mind. We have 3 different seat sizes. We even go so far as molding the foam around the astronaut's body so that there's not any pressure points, and it's just generally a pleasurable journey to space. Dragon is a spaceship that's all about safety and reliability. We designed it to be 2-fault tolerant, which means that any 2 things could fail. So I could lose a flight computer and a thruster, and I could still bring the crew back home safely. We also added a launch escape system. If anything goes wrong on ascent, the crew can get away from Falcon and get picked up safely. I've worked on Dragon since 2012. When I see Dragon lift off, I think I'm going to feel build-up of emotion of 8 years of working with some of the best engineers, technicians across the country that put their heart and their mind into making this incredible moment happen for everybody.
We see them signing. Looks like they're signing something in there right now.
Yeah, we give them a black Sharpie to sign the White Room. It's starting a new tradition.
Yeah, we can do that.
That's awesome.
The tradition.
And while we were in the video, we saw Bob and Doug walk down the crew access arm. Leland, it's like that, futuristic look that you talked about. I mean, what did you think seeing that, how that kind of compare and contrast what that was like during shuttle?
It's really beautiful, I think. I mean, back when I was flying on shuttle, everything looked well. To the thumbs up from Bob. He's getting excited. A few little photos at the end there.